How's it going, everyone? Got a little bit to talk about in this video. The August PlayStation Plus Essential titles are live right now, and definitely want to give you guys a heads up on this because, one of the best months in quite a while. Maybe the best month of the year. I haven't looked back at the year thus far, but definitely a good month that you want to take advantage of. Couple of other notes. We have a free-to-play game that has been delayed until the fall. That is Death vs. Let It Die, and a upcoming trial will be coming, a gameplay trial for a game that I'm pretty excited about. We'll talk that at the end of this video. Got a couple of things to talk about, so we'll get to that at the end with that game. But first of all, yes, the PlayStation Plus titles for the month of August are going live right now as we speak. If you guys boot up your PlayStation, you should be able to download them no problem right now. Remember, one of the best months in recent memory. Yakuza Like a Dragon, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and Little Nightmares. Do not sleep on Little Nightmares. Pun intended there, but do not sleep on Little Nightmares. It is a high-quality, platforming, atmospheric horror title. It's really, really good, and probably going to be the one that definitely gets, pushed under the radar, pushed under the rug when it comes to the Plus lineup this month, because everybody's going to be all over Yakuza Like a Dragon, I feel, unless you're not super into Japanese titles for whatever reason. But if not, I'm seeing a lot of buzz regarding Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and rightfully so. Like, that game still goes for a premium price. Yakuza Like a Dragon still goes for a premium price. Little Nightmares, you can usually find that on sale for like $4 or $5, so it's not like, value-wise, it's a huge addition, but I love when they have, like a sleeper game like that, like a Little Nightmares as like a tertiary game to a Plus lineup. I think that makes the perfect Plus lineup when you have like two games that people want to play. They're pretty well-known games in Yakuza and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, but they're vastly, vastly different from one another, so they'll target different audiences, so that should satisfy a large portion of your user base. But then you also have like a low-key banger, and I feel like you got that this month. And really, for me, this is as perfect of a PS Plus lineup as you're gonna get. I'm never gonna be the kind of person to be like, give me Gran Turismo 7 and PS Plus or whatever. I just want, quality and stuff that people are gonna get excited about, and I feel like this is stuff that people are gonna get excited about. So the only downside, and it's always gonna be a downside when you talk to PS Plus, and I saw it in the comment section, I own Yakuza, I own Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, that's just gonna happen, that's a reality when you deal with Plus and whatever the case may be. But yeah, really, really solid lineup of titles. Highly recommend you to look at all of them, and Yakuza Like a Dragon, if you're jumping into that, just bear in mind that's gonna keep you busy for quite a while. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 will honestly keep you busy for a little bit as well. Little Nightmares, a bit on the shorter side, so if you have, a free night, a free evening, jump into Little Nightmares, have a good time with it, and you can move on to the next game pretty quickly. Alright, moving on from that, publisher Gung Ho Online Entertainment and developer Super Trick Games have delayed the free-to-play multiplayer survival action game in Death vs. Let It Die. The game was scheduled to be released on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, and it was actually scheduled for a release in spring. We're deep into summer at this point, so yeah, that's obviously not happening. The game has now been adjusted for a fall release. It was noted since our announcement on PlayStation State of Play last year, we received lots of great comments from our community. On May 28th and June 5th, we also had an open beta test called Limited Time Open Beta Destroy the Server. Players from all over the world participated, and the test ended with great success thanks to all of you. Our game was originally announced for spring of 2022, but due to results from the open beta, the game's release was postponed. The game was, again, originally scheduled for the spring. Now it will be coming this fall. There is an in-depth PlayStation blog post that goes over a lot of information about the game as well, so you can check that out if you're interested. The game looks pretty interesting, obviously over-the-top action game for sure here. It might not be for everyone, but I'm definitely liking the style of it. And on the PlayStation blog post, they go over a lot of the weapons that you can utilize in the game as well. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested. I think some people will like a more quirky action game like that. Alright, finally, Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. We got some new information about that game via its Twitter page. It was noted that the game's gonna have a character creator, challenging gameplay, new morale system, weapons used with Chinese martial arts, famous warlords from the Three Kingdoms, creatures and fiends from Chinese mythology, sorcery, online multiplayer, and you'll have a gameplay trial in the near future. Now, I imagine a gameplay trial would be a free demo. That's usually the case when it comes to these things. But if you guys don't know, Fallen Dynasty is a game coming from Tecmo Koei and Team Ninja, the guys behind the excellent Nioh titles. From the producer of Bloodborne and Fumihiko Yasuda, the producer of Nioh, Wo Long Fallen Dynasty follows the dramatic action-packed story of a nameless militia soldier fighting for the survival in a dark fantasy version of the later Han Dynasty, where demons plague the Three Kingdoms. Players fight off deadly creatures and enemy soldiers using swordplay based on Chinese martial arts, attempting to overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within. The key features of the game note Demons in the Kingdom, a dark fantasy set during the chaotic Three Kingdoms period. The narrative vividly tells the tale of militia soldiers' strenuous fight for survival during a later Han Dynasty infested with demons. Its madness in the Three Kingdoms like never before. Awaken the power, defeat deadly enemies to boost morale, and awaken the power from within. Overcome adversity through unique strategies, including battle styles based on the 5 phases, and live by the sword, renowned for ruthless striking that can change the tide of battle in an instant. Sword practitioners of the Chinese martial arts gracefully change pace as they shift between offensive and defensive maneuvers, overwhelm opponents with a flurry of force in a series of intense and bloody battles while learning the precision and skill necessary to become a true master of the sword. Now, if you're not familiar with it, the game is going to be available on Xbox Game Pass right out of the gate, so that is a huge get for Microsoft and Xbox Game Pass. The official release of the game is scheduled for early 2023. We'll see how that shakes out. Sometimes we get that early 2023 window well before 2023 hits, and or I should say well before a year hits, and sometimes that just does get adjusted maybe into the summer period or even the fall, but right now scheduled for early 23. Gonna be on Xbox Game Pass, so I imagine a ton of people are gonna check it out via that, but it'll also be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, on top of Xbox Series, Xbox One, and its PC release on Steam and the Microsoft Store. So that is a game to definitely have on your radar, and you're seeing the next 6 to 9 months really starting to take shape as far as game releases go, and man, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty busy period for a lot of big budget titles. So we'll see what gets delayed, we'll see what hits its release window, but even if a couple games get delayed, when you have such a loaded lineup like this, you're going to be able to find quite a few quality games to check out. And as the case always is, some games just get announced and then shuffle into a release very quickly thereafter. But that's going to do it for me. Again, the PlayStation Plus titles for the month of August are going live right now. You do not want to miss out on this month. Maybe it's even one of those months that if you're not a PS Plus Essential subscriber, maybe that makes you want to resubscribe, maybe even subscribe into one of the higher tiers, given that, I don't know, the last 2 months have been quite good. Crash Bandicoot 4 last month, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, Little Nightmares. Like, these are some of the better months I've seen out of PS Plus in quite a while. And the whole rhetoric I was going with was, you know, if Xbox Game Pass was going to be anything to go by, Games with Gold took a huge nosedive after all the emphasis was put on that. Obviously, Plus is a little bit different, since not all the emphasis is on Plus Extra and Plus Premium, but you guys get the idea. Death vs. Let It Die has been delayed into the fall, and Wolong Fallen Dynasty, an upcoming action title from Team Ninja, that is going to be getting a character creator, challenging gameplay, new morale system, weapons used with Chinese martial arts, famous warlords from Three Kingdoms, online multiplayer, and a gameplay trial will be coming in the near future. Once we see, you know, when the gameplay trial comes out, I'll be sure to let you guys know, but be on the lookout for that. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.